Nick Wright has quickly become one of Brock Purdy's biggest doubters in the national media, and that continues even after the impressive performance that Brock Purdy had against the Dallas Cowboys on primetime television. He even said last week that if Brock Purdy had a stellar game against the Cowboys, he'd come out and he'd eat crow, but he didn't really do that. But this is what he said last week, and then we're going to hear what he said this week, which effectively gave Brock Purdy a backhanded compliment.
Everybody wants me to bend the knee to Brock Purdy. I will not. I watch the games. Guys are just wide open. I give the guy credit. He's not making mistakes like he did in the first half of the game a couple weeks ago when it was just like 3 dropped interceptions. His numbers are amazing. I believe the Cowboys defense is going to put him in adverse situations of which he's been in none. And I think we are going to see what the real Brock Purdy looks like. If he lights up that Cowboys defense, I'll be singing a different tune.
So again, you see right here, Nick Wright saying, "Oh, I'm gonna give Brock Purdy his respect if he comes out and he balls out." No, he did not. He did it in the most backhanded way possible. Take a listen right here.
Brock Purdy last night. Fair is fair. I said all week I wanted to see him do it against a defense the caliber of the Cowboys. I am not now going to sit up here and be like, well, actually, the Cowboys defense isn't quite as good. I'm not going to do that. He was excellent. The first touchdown to Kittle was a great play where he breaks out of the pocket. He had a couple other really nice ones. This was wildly important because I don't think the Cowboys are dead, because I think the Seahawks are going to get a split with the Niners, because of a lot of things. I think having the tiebreaker with Dallas is super important if they were to end up with the same record, obviously. I know right now that seems impossible, but it's not. So now, by playing this well in this spot, you have more wiggle room for a bad game, for a yikes game. I am going to be honest on all fronts here. Do I still think, if someone were to ask me, hey, Nick, the Niners don't win the Super Bowl, what's the reason? My guess would be him. Do I think he right now is their weakest link? I do. And I actually think you might think he's their weakest link, which kind of means they might not have too many weak links. But he was excellent. There are no yeah buts about yesterday's performance. Yeah. He was excellent and made some of those tougher throws that I've been asking him to make against a defense that I think is very good. That not enough for you, Wild?
How can you give someone credit and speak glowingly about their performance while single-handedly calling him the weakest link and pointing him out? If for whatever reason the San Francisco 49ers don't make it or lose the Super Bowl, it will be because of Brock Purdy. So everything that he said up until that point just again reiterates that he's still doubling down. This is what the Snakes do. They give enough credit to cover their ass, but the second one of these guys has a bad game, makes a bad play, they will be all over it saying, "See, I told you. This is how it works." He's covering his ass right now. But if Brock Purdy has a bad game, which he probably will, because guess what? All players have bad games, even the best ones. And when that happens, guess who's going to be at the very front of the line saying, "See, I told you." It's going to be guys like Nick Wright. Best believe it. Hey, you can see it. He's a Brock Purdy hater, and it's abundantly true. But hey, you tell me, what do you think of what Nick Wright had to say about Brock Purdy and his performance? And do you believe it was a backhanded compliment, or do you think he's being genuinely honest? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.